How you doing, Jalen?
All right.
Jalen, what's your confidence level to be able to perform at the level you expect from yourself Monday night with the finger? I'm talking.
Yeah, just going out there and giving my best and doing my best. I told you it was a day-by-day thing, and getting the preparation in this week, doing everything that I can to lead the guys.
You feel like you'll be able to practice today like normal? Or?
Want to see?
Have you attempted to try and throw?
I have not. Obviously, leaving that game and attempting to go back in that game probably wasn't physically the best idea. Not having much control over the things that I want to do, but time will tell with that, and I can assure you everything's progressing in the right way.
So it's improving, you're saying?
Everything's progressing in the right way.
In that game, what was more of the challenge? Was it throwing or was it the ball handling?
I think everything is a challenge when you have a finger out of place. So.
Did it hurt more the next day? You said, in retrospect, you might have not stayed in. Did it hurt more the next day?
Yes.
Jalen, your first playoff experience was in Tampa. What did you talk about learning from every game, win or loss, but that first situation where things are amped up? Do you look back at that at all, or is it just another?
You look back at all the experiences. You look back at each and every one, and I think the reality is you never stop learning from any of them. Regardless of what happens. I look back at all the games that I've played in my life throughout high school. My first experiences in playing for my little league team back in Houston. Playing college ball and now in the professional level and leading the Eagles and. You reflect on all of those moments. And I think that moment specifically is just another tool for myself and my teammates to learn from. And so, we go out here, we come to work every day. We put our best foot forward. We physically and mentally attached to what it takes to do things at a high level, and then we just chase that. And I think. You look at where we are this year and the opportunity in front of us, we can only control this week, but we can really only control what we do today. And so having that mentality of really just focusing on that in our prep and knowing that we get the opportunity to do that this week.
What's the first point of emphasis or area of focus when facing a Todd Bowles defense?
I think it's execution. It's probably my standard answer to everything because that's what it comes. That's what it comes down to. We have a ton of respect for him, and he's done a great job for a long time. And they have great players over there in Tampa, and it comes down to how we execute.
Jalen, pretty big news nationally. Coach Saban retiring. One, were you surprised? And then two, what did he mean to your success?
Yeah, obviously, I think. A sad day in the game of football, just knowing how much he's been to the game, and it's surreal. I know for me personally, he's always been coaching ever since I've been alive, and growing up and knowing what he's been, and then knowing why I committed to go to that university because of the man he was and the intentions he had and the way he went about his business and his process. And so I have a ton of respect for him. He'll definitely be missed in the game, but I know he'll be enjoying himself and be out there watching. I know he can't move too far from it, but Coach Saban knows I have a ton of respect for him and everything that he's been able to do to help his team, help his players, and build his players.
Jalen, the Giants sent a lot of blitzes your way the last game, and then the Buccaneers earlier this year when you played them also did the same thing. How do you prepare for that, pre-snap, recognizing that, and then being able to find your hot reads?
Yeah, I think a lot of it comes down to just the execution, like I said, and everyone really being on the same page. You got to take advantage of what they're giving you and take advantage of the opportunities that are there. And so we'll prepare, obviously come up with a good plan, and it comes down to executing it. So whatever's going on, whatever cards were dealt, we go out there and make them work.
What did you see in that Tampa Bay game when you went back and watched it that maybe you haven't seen in the last 3 or 4 weeks?
Say that again.
What did you see when you watched the film of the Week 3 game against Tampa Bay? It was obviously a successful day that you haven't seen maybe in the last 3 or 4 weeks.
You know, you play a team like that so early on, you know things are bound to change. You know, and when we kind of going out there and play people, things have changed from week to week. Sometimes you get things, sometimes you don't, you know, so you always go out there and respect every opponent. But you have to respect your level of execution too. You have to respect the intensity it takes, the preparation it takes to do that too. And so that's just what we're doing right now, and just trying to put our best foot forward to come up with a great week of practice, planning it the right way, and going out there and executing it.
Jalen, last week, AJ had revealed that on the last Seattle play that you had checked to a play and you called it like a, improvisation. Was that the right decision to make at that moment, or was there something else going on that we don't know about?
There's a lot that you guys don't know. In fact, you don't know what you don't know, and so.
So Coach Sirianni told you that was fine in that situation, or was that the wrong decision?
There's no right or wrongs. It's all based upon the results usually, and I think that's the reality of it. But
Jalen,
I
do you see
recognize
when
injuries
do you
are-
like when teams blitz you? Do you see it as an opportunity to make big plays? Do you embrace that?
yeah, I think as a quarterback you have to have that mentality. It's just a matter of taking advantage of it. You know, you go out there and all 11 have to be on the same page for something to work. All 11 have to be on the same page for something to come about efficiently and to play efficient football and execute at a high level. And so we've definitely been challenged with doing so, been challenged with that. We've also taken advantage of it a number of times too. So it comes down to how we prepare, how we mend everything and be on the same page and go.
I recognize injuries are not your favorite subject, but each of these past 3 years, from a big picture perspective, you've dealt with something going into the postseason. How would you say you feel now compared to this time last year and this time in 2021?
I guess we'll base it off the result.
Back to what you're trying to play through, is it more a pain management thing, or is it literally swelling and you just don't know if you can grip it?
It's just a matter of me doing what I need to be able to do. Got to go out there and practice to see if that what that reality is. So.
Jalen, do you have 2 more questions? Do you feel like you have the best offensive line in the league? And if so, in your mind, what's the best way to take advantage of that strength?
I mean, I feel like we have a lot of best. I have a lot of confidence in all of my teammates, the O-line, the receivers, running backs, our defense, everybody. It's just a matter of executing. It always comes down to executing.
Brian Johnson was talking yesterday about how, not just against y'all, but there seems to be an NFL trend of more shell coverages, cover 4, cover 6. How would you explain the challenge against that, seeing more, and how in facing that?
Yeah, I really have nothing for that one. I just think for us, it's just about executing, regardless of whatever coverage you play.
Good. Thanks, Dylan.